Liam Conlon.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and thank you to the Honourable Member for Wimbledon for securing today's debate as well. I'm incredibly proud of many things in Beckenham and Penge, but particularly St Christopher's Hospice. St Christopher's Hospice was founded by Dame Cecily Saunders in 1967, and Dame Cecily Saunders was also the founder of the global hospice movement. The hospice movement came about because Dame Cecily, a nurse who was researching pain control, believed that more could be done to help people at the end of their lives. That included physical symptoms, including tackling stigma around painkillers, but also that people should be able to achieve emotional closure through individualised care and support. The assisted dying debate has been mentioned today by many members across the House. I had over 2,000 constituents contact me about that debate, roughly 50-50 split in terms of whether they supported or opposed the bill, but every single one of them was united by compassion, and every single one of them often relayed experiences of seeing people at the end of their lives. But I also want to mention a particular tribute this evening to a woman I was incredibly fortunate to have the opportunity to work for in this place, Dame Tessa Jowl. Tessa was a very good friend, she was a mentor, she was an amazing boss, and 6 years ago next week she made her final speech in this place. Tessa was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumour. I spent the entire time from her diagnosis through to writing the press release on the night she died with her. And she finished her speech in the other place by saying that in the end, what gives a life meaning is not only how it is lived, but how it draws to a close. And I sincerely believe that. And St Christopher's Hospice gives meaning to life as it draws to a close. It does so because it takes a holistic approach, caring for a patient's physical, spiritual, and psychological well-being. I've seen firsthand the intimate bonds and relationships that are established between staff, volunteers, patients, and families. They are also one of the largest providers of palliative care education in the world. And for all of these reasons, across Beckenham and Penge, we all support St Christopher's Hospice. They are a huge part of our community. I was fundraising for the hospice long before I became an MP, and I continue to do so. And people help in lots of different ways, and I'd like to give a special mention to Penge Fest, which is South East London's answer to Oktoberfest. Local businesses like Brewery, the Three Hounds, Designer Drapes, Friends of Cater Park, Penge Bid, and many more come together with local residents for a day of fun and fundraising. This included an Oompa band that brought Penge High Street to a standstill last summer. And we'll continue to fundraise for St Christopher's Hospice, but we shouldn't have to for the basics. It benefits everyone, from the NHS to patients, to support our hospices. And that's why I'd like to welcome the announcement from the government just before Christmas of an extra £100 million in hospice funding. The extension of children's hospice grants. This will ease the strain on hospices, benefit patients, as well as the wider health and care systems. But I know that hospices are still facing pressures, including increased demand for services, the rising cost of provision, and discrepancies in funding across the country, as many members have made those points this evening. That's why, as the Minister recognises, hospices must be a key part in the government's plan to shift care into the community, including through their provision of at-home care services which can ease the acute pressures on the NHS. I'd like to invite the Minister to visit St Christopher's to see their fantastic work for himself and to discuss the role of hospices in the government's commitment to ensure that every person has access to high-quality, end-of-life care. Thank you again to the Honourable Member for securing today's debate and to the Government for the vital work they are undertaking on this important issue. Thank you.